Ladies and gentlemen, listen. I don't even know why the hell it took me so long to make this damn video. I'm sorry. I ain't gonna lie. I was lacking. All right, look, I'm here. Listen, the wild card round is over, and I'm here to tell you we on to the divisional round. Listen, I was 3-2 with my picks. I was not happy. Okay, see, I was not very happy with some things that happened. All right. So first off, we gonna go ahead and start with maybe the easiest pick of all of them. We got Brock Purdy and the San Francisco 49ers. Look, they won 41-23. It was a close game at the half, and then the floodgates opened because Nick Bosa and the 49ers defense started doing 49ers defense things. That's what they did, like forced fumble. They made Geno fumble, but look. Geno played well until that forced fumble. DK did too. Shout out Seattle and Pete Carroll. But it was just too much. Like Brock Purdy, he really finna go win a Super Bowl. And I know he about to be the starter even when Jimmy G get cleared. That's crazy. That's great. Brock Purdy really finna do this. Would this be better than Tom Brady winning that Super Bowl with Bill Belichick? What was that, his second year? I do. I think it'd be better because he came in during the season. Like, Jimmy G got hurt like week 13, week 12, whatever it was. And this man is really like undefeated. Like, he's never lost. And he really hasn't had that bad of a game ever. Like, look, Geno wasn't bad. Like, he was 25 or 35 for 253 and 2 TDs. He had the pick and the fumble. He wasn't terrible. DK was cooking. That boy had 10 for 136 and 2 TDs. Yeah, that'll work. That'll work. That very much will work. And my boy Kenneth Walker didn't do a goddamn thing. The Niners was all over his ass. That was bad. But shout out to Brock Purdy, 18 to 30, 332, 3 TDs. Yeah. I mean, look, some of them was just dump offs and Debo was taking them all away and Brandon Ayuk and all them dudes. Because Debo had a touchdown, Elijah Mitchell and Christian McCaffrey. Christian McCaffrey. This isn't even fair what Kyle Shanahan doing with Christian McCaffrey. This man is lining up at receiver. He's a running back. He could return punts if they needed him to. I mean, damn. He didn't threw a touchdown pass. I mean, this is all this with a third string quarterback. Now, this is why I can't give Jimmy G too much credit for it. Jimmy G threw 6 touchdowns in all of his playoff games that he's played for the Niners. Brock Purdy had 3 already. Like, what are we doing here? Like, what? Brock Purdy is just out here hooping. I cannot believe what the Niners are doing. I told you, I'm gonna let y'all know my Super Bowl. I had the Niners coming out the NFC. Okay, I know. We got the Eagles and all them, but we ain't talking about that. But look. Let me move on to just a dominating performance to one of the third worst collapse in NFL history. The Jacksonville Jaguars came all the way back from 27 down to win 31-30. Okay. I don't even really know what to say about the Chargers. Like, y'all got 4 first half picks. Now, Justin Herbert, you did your job. You scored on 4 of them. You scored 3 points in the second half. The defense gave up 27 unanswered. Trevor Lawrence had one of the greatest second half turnarounds, if not the greatest ever. He had 4 picks in the first half and then came back and led 4 consecutive touchdown drives. 5 consecutive scoring drives. Like, he threw 3 picks to Asante Samuel Jr. Like, the first half of the game, Asante Samuel was Trevor Lawrence's favorite wide receiver. I've never seen that before. And then for him to just like, okay, we're playing bad. All right, we're done. Where do you do that? This man is the best quarterback in this draft class. And as much as I love my guy Justin, it's not even close. Like, this is ridiculous what he just did. The man threw 4 touchdowns and 4 picks. Like, Like, what happened? Las Vegas, not Las Vegas, Los Angeles? And I don't even know how Brandon Staley got his job right now. I don't even know, like, I thought he would have been fired. I'm not saying he should have been, but hey, look, it is what it is. I don't know. They fire coaches all the time. You're not getting rid of Justin Herbert. Because, Lord, you blew a 27 points. The Chargers ran the ball for 35 yards. Well, not 35. Well, no, they ran for 112, really. They really ran for 100 as a team, but Austin Eckler was averaging 2.7 yards a carry. But I really blame Brandon Staley for one thing. Why were you playing Mike Williams in a meaningless game, and now that boy fractured his back and he couldn't play? Can you explain to me, Brandon Staley? Explain. I need. And then you're kicking field goals inside the 10. So all through the regular season, you go for it on fourth down. Now when the money on the line for real, you kick a field goal. And you done blew a 27-point lead. Damn. Just terrible. Just absolutely atrocious. The Chargers, they're like cursed, like as an organization. Because they had Phillip Rivers when they were number one in offense and where they're like number one in defense. And they didn't make the playoffs. They went 8-8. Then they got the interception against the Patriots, but the dude didn't get down, and then he ended up getting stripped, and Patriots scored. And then y'all just hurt all the damn time. I mean, it's just bad for the Chargers. It really is. It really is. But look, let me move on to another game that probably was a little closer than it should have been. The Miami Dolphins and the Buffalo Bills. Now, the Miami Dolphins started a dude named Skylar Thompson. It was a beautiful moment. You know, we saw his father in the crowd, and it was beautiful. His dad was in. That was beautiful. Started out kind of rocky. Okay, I know his numbers were 18 of 45, 220, a touchdown and a pick. I know what his numbers say, but like if you watch the game, you know he didn't play that terrible. Now the bad pick that was bad. But Waddle and Tyreek Hill, I don't know. They just had some drops in the beginning of the game that were kind of like, especially Jalen Waddle. They were hitting him in the face and they were hitting him in the chest. But the reason that it was a little closer than it should have been was Josh Allen. Just these turnovers. I think he had 3 turnovers. He had 2 picks. Then he had the strip sack. And listen, Josh Allen, I think Josh Allen do this on purpose. Because he was on fire to start the game. They were up 17. He's doing everything right. He going up and down the field. And then it's like he goes and sits on the sideline and is like, hold on. I forgot my weekly turnovers. Hold on, I'll be back. I'll be back. Tell Ken Dorsey I'll be back. I got to go get my weekly turnovers out the way. What are you doing? You had the strip sack, then you had the picks where you throwing in the double coverage. Like, I want to like the Buffalo Bills. This is why I'm not picking the Bills to come out the AFC because, one, they can't run the ball. Okay, they really can't run the ball. Singletary, 48 yards. Cook, 39 yards on 12 attempts. Singletary at 10 for 48, which, okay, that's 4.8 yards attempt, but they didn't run the ball that much. And Josh Allen in these turnovers, especially in the red zone, he has the most red zone turnovers with like 13 or 14, and it's not close. You can get away with that against Skylar Thompson and the Dolphins. But do that against, who you playing next, the Bengals and Joe Burrow, who we going to talk about in a minute. I'm going to talk about Joe Burrow in a minute. I was not very impressed with what the hell I saw out of Baltimore, but that's neither here nor there. I'm going to talk about them in a minute. Look, Josh Allen, please stop turning the ball over, okay? I don't know, like, is it because Brian Daboll left that you just decided to do some dumb stuff? Like, I don't understand these picks half the time. And he be going strong. 17 straight points. And then he just, interception, strip sack. Bro, what is you doing? But look, congratulations to the Bills. I mean, they just, they lost the turnover. Well, not really. Ain't really. They lost 3-2. So, you turned the ball over 3 times. Josh Allen kept them in the game. You kept them in the game. And I just don't understand. I just don't. But the Bills got it done. They play. I think they do play the Bengals in Orchard Park next weekend. Don't worry, I'm gonna have my predictions in this video for that game too. So, but speaking of Brian Daboll, is the coach of the year. Well, look, okay, before I get to Brian Daboll, Kirk Cousins is trash. I don't know why I picked Kirk Cousins. Why didn't y'all stop me from picking Kirk Cousins? None of y'all told me to not pick Kirk Cousins. This is trash. Kirk Cousins. Okay, 4th down and 8, you throw a 3-yard pass. Yo, like, did you bet the Giants to win, Kirk? Like, I'm seriously asking. Like, people keep talking about, and I've heard, people already think this stuff is rigged. Kirk, do you have something to do with? Are you part of Vegas? Did Vegas give you a cut? Did you bet on the? It's 4th and 8. You have Justin Jefferson and Hawkinson. That's who you threw it to. You threw it to Hawkinson. You have Irv Smith. You have Adam Thielen. You have KJ Osborne. Hell, you even have Dalvin Cook. But you throw a 3-yard out route to TJ Hawkinson with the game on the line. Did you expect him to be like Rob Gronkowski and run through 4 or 5 tackles? Now, Kirk was 31 of 39 for 273 and 2 TDs. I don't want to hear that he played. No, bro. No. Dalvin Cook had 60 yards. TJ Hawkinson. Let me tell you something. The Giants was not letting Justin Jefferson go off. That man had 7 for 47. TJ Hawkinson had 10 for 129. Hell, they even tried to let Justin Jefferson throw the ball to Kirk Cousins. I don't understand that play. But he had -2 yards. But the Vikings, and look, they're going to probably pay Justin Jefferson because I seen the report they're going to have contract extension. That man going to get $200 million for a wide receiver. Or at least he deserves something close to it. Because dealing with Kirk Cousins, I mean, damn. But I'm done with Kirk Cousins. Let me go to the Giants. The New York Football Giants. Daniel Jones, 24-35, 301, 2 TDs. And he ran for 78 yards on 17 attempts. He wants to be Lamar Jackson. That's what I'm telling you. Vanilla Vic. That's his name. Vanilla Vic, Danny Dimes. He earned the contract. He earned a contract. Danny Dimes got his first playoff win. He took all that criticism in New York, even though it was true. He was bad those years. But he had some coaches that, Joe Judge and what was that other one? Was that Shermer? Pat Shermer? Whatever his name was. Just, that's all I know. He didn't have no good coaches. Now, he wasn't the greatest. But he got Brian Daboll, and look at the boy. He playing real good football. He balling. He balled in that game. The man had 379 total yards. He's playing like he... Listen, put some respect on Danny Dimes. He did his thing. Look, and Saquon Barkley had nine carries for 53 yards and 2 touchdowns. Like, Saquon didn't really do much. Like, Isaiah Hodgins was his best receiver, 8 for 105 and a touchdown. Slayton, you almost lost the game, you bum. You dropped it on 3rd down. That would have took it to the house. But it's okay. You had a decent game, 4 for 88. Saquon caught 56 yards worth of passes. I mean, I can't believe. I'm so damn mad. Kirk Cousins, you trash. You are just doo-doo. I mean, look at 1-4 in the playoffs. You did all this. Oh, they're 11-0 in regular season games in 1 possession. Well, now they're 11-1, and they went home. And I'm done talking about the damn Vikings because Kirk Cousins pissed me off. But let me get to my Super Bowl pick. Back to the AFC, another wild card, in this super wild card weekend, another wild card game. My Super Bowl pick. That's my Super Bowl to come out the AFC. The Bengals and the Ravens. Now, I know I said the Bengals were my Super Bowl pick, but I got to be honest. They probably should have lost this game. If it wasn't for Tyler Huntley trying to be damn Superman, like he was Walter Payton jumping over the goal line, and then he did fumble, and Sam Hubbard, the guy who is from Ohio, from Cincinnati, Ohio, took it 98 yards. Look at him. Look at that. Look at him. just because Tyler Huntley, you was having a decent game. 17 to 29, 226. You got all the way down to the 1 yard line, and you didn't hand the ball off to J.K. Dobbins. J.K. Dobbins was pissed off. I would have been. He said, why the hell you didn't give me the ball? I don't blame him. I do not blame them boys. And look, Joe Burrow was 23 of 32, 209, and a touchdown. It was a real close game. It was real. Because, that was a division battle. They had just seen each other the week before. Third game in a row. I will say this. If Lamar Jackson would have played, they probably would have won. And Baltimore, go ahead and pay Lamar Jackson. Because if you're looking at that offense, the past 5-6 weeks, they're averaging 14 points a game. And with Lamar Jackson, they were 8-4, averaging 25. And they were about to win the division. Now look at you. Look at you. You got players who want Lamar Jackson. They said if Lamar was here, they got players saying that. We all know it. But the play of the game really was just Sam Hubbard. That was the play of the game. That man went 98 yards. He probably still on the oxygen tank right now, and it's Thursday. And that game was Sunday. He probably just got off the oxygen tank because that boy was breathing hard after that 98-yard touchdown run. That boy was just, man, but congratulations, the Bengals. Y'all now have a date with the Buffalo Bills. And the last game of Super Wildcard Weekend. How about them Cowboys and how about that Dak Prescott? And how about Brent the Fred Maher? But listen, Dak Prescott with probably the best game of his career. 25 of 33. 305, 4 TDs, and he ran in for a touchdown. So he had 5 total touchdowns. The Cowboys really just dominated from the beginning of the game. Well, not the beginning, because the first series it was 3 straight incompletions, but then they got their bearings with them, and then they just. But man, the Dallas Cowboys absolutely decimated the double ARP quarterback in Tom Brady, who we don't even know if he's coming back. He doesn't know if he's coming back, but they dominated. And I can't even say nothing bad about that, man. Tom Brady threw the ball 66 times and 2 TDs and had a bad pick in the red zone because he didn't want to get hit. And now his offensive coordinator is fired. But that's none of my business. But, man, the Cowboys, and Micah Parsons, we finally found Micah Parsons and CeeDee Lamb and, Dalton Schultz, 7 for 95, 2 TDs. But, in Cowboys fashion, everything went well. There had to be something that went bad. Brett the Fred Maher missed 4 extra points. And now the Cowboys is bringing in a new kicker. I'll be damned. Well, they signed him to the practice squad. If that ain't the most Cowboy thing ever, Dallas. But at least y'all won, okay? But you better look out. Okay, y'all might want to look out. Because I remember my Bears had a bad kicker in Cody Parkey. He missed 12 kicks that year, and then you needed him to hit one in Philly, against Philly, and he double doinked it. So all I'm saying, Dallas, just saying, you ain't got to get rid of him. I'm just saying be careful. Just be careful. Be careful, okay? Be careful. Because eventually he going to miss one when you need it, and then you're going to go back and be like, damn, he missed that kick and it cost us again. I'm just saying, but other than that, congratulations, Dallas. Dakota Rain Prescott. That was a hell of a game, boy, because you was doing some of everything. You were just hitting folks on the money. I mean, damn. But the divisional round is next week. And we got the Jags in Kansas City. You got the Eagles and the Giants, the Bengals and the Bills, and the Niners and the Cowboys. So the Jaguars and the Chiefs. I am picking Patrick Mahomes, who is probably the MVP of the league. I am going to pick them 31-26. I think it's going to be a close game because I believe in Trevor Lawrence. Okay, I'm a Trevor Lawrence believer. Okay, I believe my homeboy will get it done. My homeboy, your homeboy, he's all our homeboy. Patrick Mahomes is going to the AFC Championship. Then you got the Giants and the Eagles. Now listen, I know everybody, Daniel Jones, I just said it. Daniel Jones was hooping. Let me tell you something. Do you remember the last time y'all played fully healthy in Lincoln Financial Field? And it was you played Daniel Jones? It was a lot to a little. Philly won. And I'm going to be honest, I kind of expect that again. I expect a lot to a little. Well, maybe not a lot, too little. But I expect the Eagles to win. That's what I'm saying. 38-20, something like that. You know, all that vanilla Vic. All that's going to be out the door. All that out the door. All that going to be out the door. It ain't going to matter no more. The Eagles 38-20. Jalen Hurts, that right throwing shoulder, it's probably going to be right. He's going to be a little rusty. Don't get me wrong. He's going to be a little rusty. So it's going to be, he might miss a few throws here and there. But once he gets going like this, few completion, he's going to get it right. 38-20. Eagles. I'm not being sold this week. The Bengals and the Bills. Now this the game of the week right here. I have the Bengals winning this game. A very close one in Orchard Park. 34-31. I believe Joe Shiesty, Joey Brr, Joe Cool, I believe he going to get the ball with about a minute. Lead them down there to kick a field goal to win the game. Evan McPherson, that boy clutch. Now, I know he missed one last week, but we ain't worried about that. Evan McPherson, he going to kick another field goal to send him to the AFC title game. 34-31. Lock it in. That locked in. My boy Joey is going to get it done. And then the Cowboys and the 49ers. Now, look. I know everybody feeling good about the Cowboys and all that. And the Niners and that defense. See, you're not playing against a 45, 48-year-old Tom Brady with a terrible O-line. You playing against Brock Purdy. You're playing against Christian McCaffrey. You playing against Deebo Samuel. You playing against George Kittle. You playing against Brandon Ayuk. You playing against Nick Bosa and all them other boys on defense that they got. I can't even Fred Warner. And you playing against them. They ain't playing no games with you. Do you remember the last time y'all played? Y'all had 7 points on that offense through 3 quarters. And that was in Dallas. What you think they're going to do in Frisco? They're going to get it done. 34-14. 49ers win. 49ers win again. That's what I'm saying. But, hey, listen. That's the end of it. And first of all, I already know I'm getting all these picks right. Okay. I will not be 3-2. Okay. I will not be 3-2. I will be, let me see. Okay. I might be 3-1. All right, because I might be 3-1. Because, the Bills, they could win the game. But we ain't worried about it. We're going to be 3-1. We're not going to be no 2-2. No, hell no. We done with that. All right, that was I ain't getting sold no more. We got real quarterbacks in there right now. Maybe not Brock Purdy. But I believe in Brock Purdy. We got real quarterbacks. But anyway, that's the end of this video. I appreciate the support that I've been getting, man. Go ahead, like and comment and subscribe and share and do whatever the hell you got to do. And tell me if you think I'm sound dumb as hell with any of my picks or predictions in the comment. And look, I'm going. I'll see y'all after all these games are done. And I'm going to be back telling you if I was right, which I will be right because I'm always right. Most of the time. Okay? I'll be back next time, and I'm done.